everyone, my name is Kat. I like to take care of the snakes, and so I am going to introduce you to a few of the snakes that we have here. All of our snakes, they've been pets their whole lives. They are not afraid of humans, and so they are not going to bite us. But for people who are a little bit nervous about snakes, sometimes it's nice to start with a small one. And the first one we're going to start with is one that's actually in my pocket. So I'm going to bring out Miss Piggy. She is a hognose snake. I'm going to zoom her in so that you can see her nose. She's got a cute little push-up nose that's actually like a shovel. She uses it to dig in the ground. She loves to bury herself in the dirt. Now, she's a really cool snake because she is able to pretend that she is a rattlesnake. That keeps her from getting eaten, but she doesn't actually, she isn't dangerous to humans at all. She's a completely safe snake. She is going to grow bigger. One of the cool things about a lot of snakes is that the females will usually be bigger than the males because they're the ones that have the babies. So when she is full grown, she'll be about 3 feet long and pretty wide, but a male isn't going to get much bigger than this. Kind of amazing. So she's a really sweet snake that we love to touch. We always touch from head to tail. She's kind of a nice warm-up snake if you're feeling a little nervous, but I think next we're going to bring out something a little bit bigger. This is one of my friends. This is a king snake, but it's a female, so I called her Queen. Her nickname is Oreo because she kind of looks like a whole bunch of Oreos stuck together. Now, one thing I like to ask students is, why do you think they're called king snakes? And the answer is that they can actually kill and eat other snakes, including any dangerous snake that lives in their area. So being a California king snake, the only dangerous snake we have in this area is a rattlesnake. She is actually immune to rattlesnake venom. If you or I got bit by a rattlesnake, we'd have to go to the hospital, but she doesn't get sick from that bite. And because she doesn't need venom to get her prey, she uses her muscles to get that mouse. Instead, she tends to be stronger than that rattlesnake. So a rattlesnake around the same size, she's going to be able to conquer it. So they're kind of amazing. They're a big friend to farmers and just people in general because we don't want rattlesnakes around us a lot. One thing you might know about snakes is they're covered in scales and that they shed every once in a while whenever they're growing. And one of the things that happens is their eyes turn cloudy. I'm going to zoom in Queen a little bit so you can see what she looks like. She's got one cloudy eye all the time, and that's kind of what happens. They have a clear scale that covers their eye called a brill, and it's what is used to protect her eyes. But if you don't shed quite right and that eye cap stays on like Queen, then you got kind of cloudy vision on one eye. So she's a little special, but she's really a sweetheart and so soft and smooth. We've got one more snake we want to introduce you to though. This is a corn snake named David Hisselhoff. And corn snakes are called corn snakes because they live in cornfields. We don't really have them in California. They live more in the Midwest, but they can have all sorts of different patterns, especially as pets. They're very common because they're so easy to care for. These guys live in the cornfields and eat the mice that can destroy crops. So again, a big friend of the farmers. Now I want to show you something cool on David that you can see on any snake, and that is a little slit underneath his chin. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, try not to make him too awkward, but you can see a little slit right under there, and that's because he's got a really cool shape of his jaw. Sometimes people look at a snake and they think, oh, it doesn't even have bones, but they do. They have jaw bones, skull bones, they have ribs and vertebrae all the way down. I'm going to show you a close-up of a snake jaw. They actually have one jawbone on one side, one jawbone on the other side, and that allows them to split open their mouth even wider. That little slit is extra skin so they can make themselves wider in order to grab that mouse. David, what are you doing? Snakes definitely like to hide. It's a good way for them to calm down. Another special thing about snakes is that they don't have eyelids. He can't close his eyes to blink or even to go to sleep. So that's a lot of times why snakes like to hide, even in pockets.